Everybody, we're in the end game now. Welcome back to Northernlion Plays Dicey Dungeons. So let me I'll preface this by saying we may never beat the episode 4s, but I got another thing to add here. Terry Cavanagh tweeted there are design changes in the works for episode 4. They'll be out in a few days, apparently. But I ain't got time to bleed. Okay? First off, hold on. New bonus episode? I didn't even realize. I'd never seen this before. Let's just do this instead first. I have no idea how this will work. Whoa. Well, hello, my doomed little dicelings. Oh, no. Oh, yes. Now, what are you doing backstage? Ready to give up on your dreams and go into minion training? We're leaving and you can't stop us. She totally can. Sorry. Yeah, definitely can. Or haven't you been paying attention? We've been paying a lot of attention. We've fought through your dungeons. We've beaten your bosses. We've gotten insanely lucky and gotten chainsaw plus re-equipped to work. You're a cheat and this game isn't fair, so we're going home. When the game becomes self-aware. Minions, the doors. Enter lockdown. Once the doors are locked, that's it. We're stuck backstage until we give up. Okay, you know, lore. Final showdown. Okay, hold on. Final showdown. Who do we want to be? I'm going straight up thief. Okay? Go, please, thank you. Find a way to rescue everyone and escape the dungeons. If the thief is knocked out, it's game over. Why thief? It's very simple. Oh, I like dice manipulation. The thief makes it most likely. Roll 4 even dice. Okay, please don't hit me with any lore. I'm not I'm not interested. Okay, hacksaw. Split a dice into 3. Okay, I like it. Excuse me, I like it. I like it. Pass turn. But anyway, the point is, I'm thinking we got a pretty good chance to get the episode 4s, you know, completed at some point. It might take us a little bit until they're finally, you know, balanced to the point where we can make it happen, but I think we're getting out of here. Welcome. Okay, we have Minion has joined our party. What the heck is going on? Okay, Frog. Hello? Yes, no, okay, I get it. You got lore. I don't really play the game for the lore. Once per turn, switch fighter. Okay, so I mean, I'm thinking you go like yeah, 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 switch fighter. Let the gardener take the hit. Oh, there is no hit to take. Okay, the frog has joined our party. So we can maybe choose what enemy is the most valuable. I see. In order to fight the enemies that we're facing. I get it. And the thief has to be protected at all costs. I'll tell you, right out the gate, for me, I'm like, dude. I mean, you can switch once per turn. So I think you go like thief, 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 thief. Switch to somebody if you got extra dice. That's my current 2 cents. That's my opinion right now. So I think you split this into 3. Okay, and you go yada, yada, yada. Switch fighter. Do me a favor, put out the frog for now. The frog is very good at taking a hit. Go ahead and hit for another 3. It's weird, but it's fun. So the frog's getting some poison. Not a big deal. What are we gonna do now? We're gonna switch it back. Well, I think we're actually gonna smack you. Then we're gonna switch it back to the thief. And we're gonna roll a bunch of evens, split this. You're super dead. That might have been overkill, but what's done is done. And okay, so we remain poisoned as well. So you can't just stack the poison on one enemy. I understand. This is a very interesting style of gameplay. One thing I've always admired about Dicey Dungeons, every episode's just a little bit different. I will say, I do think that I have the know-how. We don't really want to stack poison. I think we're happy just going with the frog here again, to be honest. I think I have a know-how and a relative understanding of all of the enemies. To at least have a decent idea of how to rock these fools. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you, just yeet this one right here. I will not deliberately let the frog die, but I feel like we should minimize the damage done to our main character as much as possible. And I mean, we might as well heal the frog, I suppose, but, you know, to be honest with you, it doesn't strike me as necessarily that valuable, but that's okay. Okay, the fireman. I guess, like, leveling up, it just doesn't matter. Do we even? I don't even think we do level up. Moreover, we don't seem to get any equipment. So the fireman is still very solid. Or sorry, the thief is still very solid here. I will admit, though, I'm like, you know what? Why not switch now to the pirate, who... Burn is not going to be very strong, but hey, we can use our ones to at least get 2 damage each done. Then the pirate can suck up a little damage here. Or a lot damage, potentially. 5-3. I was gonna say, I was hoping we'd hit an even on that one. Or sorry, hit the limit break on that one. And then... I mean, to be honest, we might as well stack some damage on you here. I'm just trying to think about how we could really make you burn. So you're going to be on 8. I think you switch back to the thief. Split a dice into 3. 1-1-4 is just absolutely horrible. But 2 damage is okay. We took 2 damage to get the fireman into our party. So the fireman also burns dice on evens. So if we get evens, it's a good opportunity for us to take advantage of that. Split a dice. I think this is a good dice splitting opportunity. You just go straight into this. To be honest with you, I'm kind of like, go back to the pirate. Even though he's low on HP. If he dies, okay? I would rather he didn't. But 1 damage plus 1, or 2 damage plus 1 burn dice off of a 1 is just disgusting value. That's insanely good. Okay, so he's obviously in a rough spot. If he attacks, he will be killed. Let's instead pivot. And now I'm like, alright, hold on. I don't really love anybody's abilities here. Why don't you take me back to the gardener, just briefly? The gardener is not particularly good, but hey, there's 5 damage, and they can take a hit. We gotta disperse. It's the distributed load. We gotta get everybody feeling good here, okay? I mean, I'll level with you. Puts you pretty low. Then you go back to the thief. Split it. This will give you a bunch of 1s. It's gonna hurt. There's not much point in rolling evens right now. We'll just heal the thief. Assuming the thief doesn't heal when we level up, which I think it doesn't. 2 odds, 1 even. It's throwing me for a freaking loop, dude. Let me put it that way. I think I've made a mistake here, potentially. I need to be able to hit you twice. And I'm like... I don't know if any of these enemies could hit you twice and still live. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go fireman. And I hit you for 4 damage. And a burn, and then I'm also gonna go way overkill, even though it's not necessary. Okay, hello cactus. Welcome to the freaking show. The thief definitely needs the HP, and then we got a chance for a trade. You receive an extra dice, even better. Okay, all right. Considering how difficult or how different this run is from your typical dicey run, I don't feel that bad right now. Because you're weak to fire, the fireman strikes me as a very good choice here. But I think first, split your 3 into 3 1s so you can go ya, ya, ya. And then you still got the 2 evens that you could take advantage of. Fireman, how you doing? 12 of 16? I think you're okay. The burn there is really valuable. 2 of the dice are burned to begin with. This is gonna hurt, but... You dare burn me? Like, oh, you're dead. Okay. Fireman was knocked out. 6 fighters remain. Just start me on the thief. Okay? The thief seems like the very sensible starting position. And then try to distribute the damage to somebody else. So who benefits the most from a 5 and a 1? You might think the pirate, and to be honest, I would actually agree, because let's be honest, my man's pretty much dead anyway. We did get the re-equip, but mostly I was doing it for... If you got a 1, the pirate is a really, really good... He makes good use of the 1, let me put it that way. That is very fair that he got knocked out. This doesn't really bother me that much. You know, I think we're using the fighters for an appropriate reason. You know, we don't want to finish the run with all the minions in our kit, you know? A victory for us is a victory for them. So the Wicker Man, what is his thing is he burns as well. Okay. It's a dice, right? It's a dice! Okay. So the Wicker Man burns. Rat King is strong against poison, which means he has poison equipment. I think. Oh my god. Dude, this guy is gonna be so good with extra dice. Okay, so we can't even... I mean, we should take advantage of this, I should say. But we want to split a 4, so we can definitely use Pocket Knife. And then I think you might want to go, like, Wicker Man status here. Because, first off, the 6 replenishes HP, not that that really matters. But there's, like, a lot of raw damage associated with that as well. But, okay, here's what you do, in my opinion. You go, like, 5, 5, 6, 6... Maybe a little bit overkill on the limit break, but... Okay, we're hoping for a low roll. Like a 2 or less. Okay, 6 is the worst, but... okay, 6 still very bad. 1 is much better. That's a much better situation. 5, 1, 2, 1. You probably want to do something first as this character. But I'm like, who even benefits from, like... I mean, I guess maybe you could go like cactus, odd, and then you've got an even, but that's kind of like... I don't think it's particularly strong. So I think you do this, switch fighter, go cactus, put on 2 thorns, and then you hit at least a little. Then if he hits you, oh, but his hits are not hits, they're poison. I don't know how this will work. That was a good roll for us, though. No, okay, so he doesn't take damage on the poison. So the thorns are basically useless, but I mean, we haven't used the cactus like at all for anything, so might as well take some damage with the cactus. We're just trying to preserve the thief. The Rat King, I think, is an extremely valuable enemy in my opinion. So, dude, honestly, I don't really want to heal the gardener. Although applying weakness is good. We get 2 heals in a row, so like I guess we might as well. But I honestly think like, okay, so you could heal the cactus a little, you could heal the Wicker Man a little. I think you heal the thief. You know, I'd rather make sure the thief is as high up as possible. Okay, we're on floor 5 already, which is hilarious. Like, this is going so well. Audrey Boss! What? What have I done? Okay. Split a dice into 3. Okay, here's what we're gonna do, alright? This is real Rat King status here. We're gonna switch. Please take me to the Rat King, and we're just gonna pop. Alright, Rat King. 1 poison, roll a new dice. You want high. 1 poison, roll a new dice. High enough, thank you. 1 poison, roll a new dice. You gotta love it. 1 poison, roll a new dice. You're too good to me. 1 poison, roll a new dice. You're a living legend. Oh my god. Weaken 3 equipment, do 6 damage. Well, I wonder if we switch if the weakness will just be taken care of. I mean, I think you definitely still start and go like, yeah. And then, yeah. And then, yeah. I don't really want to spend good dice to inflict 1 poison. I think that's sort of madness. But 6s, I think 6s are really good on the gardener. But like, not that much, though. I think we'd actually rather go Wicker Man. And then we get a little health restoration. We get 6 damage plus a little burn. Then a little raw damage as well. 8 poison's no joke. It's not a surprise here. What do we roll? Okay, those are all weakened. This is pretty bad. I actually think you straight up just immediately go back to the Rat King. If the Rat King dies, he dies, okay? But, like, he's getting us a boss entirely by himself. These are the greatest rolls I've ever seen in my entire life. It's unbelievable. This is real legendary status from we stand a king. That's like a literal king, but also he's a rat. Haha. He's not dead either, which is truly stunning. I think this is where you pivot and you try to do some raw damage, okay? Can we do 14 damage? I think in order to do that, we still have to amp up your poison just a little. Like, the thief doesn't need many dice to do damage, if that makes sense. This is probably where you pivot. You need to do 11 damage. It's unlikely to happen as the thief. We need something like reusable. And if we're not gonna do it as the thief, I don't really want to tank a bunch of damage as the thief. So I'm looking at Wicker Man. We could do 6. And then, well, we could do 7 damage. It's not quite enough. Gardener's definitely not enough. I think you might just want to, like, tank a hit as the frog. You know, do 8 damage here, put on 3 shield, and then, you know, let Audrey smack you. If the frog has to die for our sins, then the frog has to die for our sins. Anyway, the thing is, you're dead. So I think that what you want to do here is switch fighters, and the Wicker Man can at least get 2 HP back. And now we got a boss in our party. Okay, so much HP, by the way. So, I mean, the Rat King is an actual god. I think we're gonna make him go to full HP. If the Rat King could almost take out a boss, I think you definitely value him highly. Keep in mind, this whole time, he's taking shots for other enemies as well. So why don't you go ahead and split that 3, and then go yeah, yeah, yeah. And you know who I'm going back to. We're going to switch fighter, take me to the ye old Rat King. The only downside of the Rat King is direct damage is 0. As long as you see high rolls, no limit break is required. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's a living legend. Look at this. It's just the greatest rolls a man could ever ask for. What do you got for me? No 6s. This is what I like to see. Ah, he's still going to get to do 12 damage. Okay, ideally, I think you do limit break early, hope for some 6s. Works for me. We're going to pivot off of the Rat King, because I don't want this Lord of Damage to take any unnecessary hits. But ideally, if we could inflict 6 poison and maintain our amount of dice, that would be amazing. Okay, so that's very good. And then we switch fighter. And, you know, I don't really want to go to Audrey. I think she's maybe better saved for later. I think the Dryad has a poison counter. So, like, it's pretty good. And he cannot live through 2 more turns. Low rolls means you do nothing. I mean, you basically accomplish nothing on this turn. So we're looking for 6s that maybe could heal Wicker Man. Barring that, you know, we might as well just pass turn. Cowboy is dead. He now belongs to us. We have enough dice that this guy is going to be able to max out at 12 damage per turn, which is still really good. And we go Rat King. Easy money. And now we must fight the final boss of Dicey Dungeons now. It's the only conceivable explanation. Okay, don't yeet me, alright? I think I've done a great job so far. Lady Luck changes equipment every turn. 200 damage. I told you, the thief was the right call. I know, lore, we don't like her. Lady Luck changes equipment every turn. I think you never want to end a turn as the thief. It's just too dangerous. Okay, so you start here. It's low damage. What's my game plan? Oh, it's so simple. Even a child could understand it. Use your best players. You get Rat King in there. You're hoping for high rolls. These are not as high as I would like. That's the first time he's ever let me down. But that's okay. 3 poison, it adds up. Ah! Hat wearers only take 1 damage. The Rat King is wearing a crown. He's the world's greatest. Okay, dude, I don't know. He's wearing a hat. Don't mess with whatever's working here. Oh, you son of a gun. I mean, 3s and 1s don't do that much for us. I think we just let it ride on the Rat King here. What do you got? What do you got? Animals only take 1 damage! Animals only take 1 damage. He's the perfect intersection of every Venn diagram. Legendary status. Just keep inching that poison counter. It's getting there. Thank you. Big roll, big roll. Oh, you gotta love it. Okay. I'm just waiting for rats take 1 damage. Monsters, animals, hat wearers. Okay, we're about to get yeeted though. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, next step is Audrey for sure. Audrey's got great weakening abilities. And we did just hit our limit break. Alright, Audrey. I don't know if a headband counts as a hat. It's mostly about the weakness, but I think we will use our limit break nonetheless. So go ahead and give me a 4, 4, 2, 6, 6. And then to me, it's like, dude, I think you might as well pivot off of her. And I think you might not love it. I actually think Cactus could be... I expect Cactus to die, just to be clear. But at least with the thorns, we might be able to reflect a little damage. Plus, my man's wearing a hat. Yo. Issue commandments, curse yourself. You don't like my rules? Well, bad luck, because it's time for some more. The penalty for defying Lady Luck is you lose 5 HP. Okay, so we're not allowed to switch fighters unless we're okay losing 5 HP. I'm okay losing 5 HP. Go ahead, put the Dryad out here. Why Dryad? Because they have poisonous abilities. Hopefully that rule changes, because things are getting spiced here. I don't know, that was a bit of a weak turn. Gain a random blessing. At least we're not dead. 4 shield? Who cares? Who cares? Okay, don't reduce any countdowns. Next turn, blind all dice. Don't care at all. This countdown's getting reduced, brother. Okay. Send me back to Audrey, please. Who... 5, 3, 2, 6 damage. Weakens probably all of her equipment. Then another 6 damage coming in. Okay, okay, okay. All 6s, but shock all equipment. Oh, that's a great turn for us. It does require us to use a lot of dice, but we can always just switch characters to begin with. So I think this is a big switch. Don't use 4s. Well, okay, look, let's just be honest. We don't have really that much control over that. Put me on the Wicker Man and we'll just try, okay? Immediate 4. Yo, that was a 6. We got so lucky. Okay, the poison's still doing its trick. No weakness sucks. Oh no. Okay, goodbye, Wicker Man. But thank you for the limit break. Yeah. Close to a limit break, at least. Okay, Wicker Man was knocked out. We're gonna start, I think, on Audrey. Audrey and Dryad are like my dream scenarios here. And it's still going strong. You know what? Start me on the Dryad, because they're like in a real tough spot here. Do we really care about poison that much? You know what? Let's not switch fighters, and then next turn we don't have any penalties. What's the worst she could do? You know, she's gonna kill the Dryad. The Dryad has 2 HP. Oh my god, you got the lowest possible roll. Oh, she doesn't even realize she's talking smack. She just spent 4 6s to do 1 damage to a meaningless unit. Okay, what's your rule? You don't even have a rule. You're yeeted to an extreme measure here. I think we just go straight back to Audrey here. I know we don't necessarily get that much value, but mostly it's about the, and I don't want to use a limit break there. Mostly it's just about the weakness. 10 damage, burn a dice. Wow, she is, the weakness is such an amazing counter against her. We only need to do 12 damage, which to me is like, I think we have it. Like, she's dead unless she comes back to life here. Phase 2. Photosensitivity warning in effect.
Oh,
I knew it.
No.
I knew it. Or not. We win. We won. We won. You didn't give up. I'm happy to see you. Wait a minute. You can't leave until you finish episode 4. Because you won. You refused to abandon your friends. You put aside your differences with the minions, and you gave up your worldly desires and beat me. You've done brilliantly. Gosh, when was the last time we had a real live victory? Jester, darling, can you fetch the records? Okay. It's. Let me spin the wheel. I'm so ready. Spin the wheel. And let me get the car. Okay, this is, lore is fine. Lore is beautiful, don't get me wrong. I'm happy I got dopamine and serotonin spilling out of my cerebral cortex, right? I get it, we all, the real Dicey Dungeons was the friend we made along the way, etc., etc. Let me spin. Let me spin. Let me spin. We did it together. Yes, my real life winner's such a delight. Drop by any time. And end credits? End credits. Look at that. There are those who said it couldn't be done. And yet, here we are. Special thanks. I always look for my own name, even though there's no reason it should appear. Well, anyway, we will still come back to finish episode 4s. I think. We're at least going to give ourselves many, many opportunities to do it. Because I'd love to put a cork in Dicey after having completed everything. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It's a landmark episode. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya.